When we started 25 years ago, there was no internet. Everything had to be business to business and it had to be physical. And we ran business that way. We couldn't even imagine what we are seeing today. Nobody saw it coming at all.
I met them when they were still PR consulting. And I think that's in the early 90s, around 1993, 94. I'm not quite sure. Yele came to my office and he had a product to sell to us. At that time, I was head of accounting in Afribank International Merchant Banking. And we had a problem. We had a problem of reconciliations.
And just before our very eyes, we began to see the emergence of technology. The first thing we saw was cellular phones. And at that time, it was a status symbol, actually, for some people to have a Note 9 Note. But it began to change things. Then the GSM came, internet, the birth of the iPhone, then other smartphones following, apps now taking a very huge stage for developers. The question is, if we had remained where we were, what would have happened to us?
When we were going home very late because of reconciliations, and he came with a product, Cleric Solutions, I'm not quite sure the full name, and he offered it to us.
I have known PFS since 2003. I met Yele and Philip when I joined a bank called Trust Bank of Africa in the last quarter of 2003. I've worked with them all through that period. They've provided us services, software services, typically in the operations area of the bank.
I've known PFS team for over 5 years now, and clearly it's been a journey of growth. I met them when we were about to change our check clearing system, and in other words, we had to kind of look out for vendors that can give us a solution that will speak to the need of the people at the time, because we're looking for a real-time check truncation system, and that was much easier for reporting. So PFS proved to be the best at the time.
I met Yele and Philip in November 2012 in Accra. At that time, they were the service provider for our reconciliation tool with e-Process International, an arm of Ecobank International. I found Yele and Philip as very trustworthy, very innovative, very proactive, and solution-minded.
You see, when we started business, everybody was looking for fairly large projects. But today, the thinking is completely different. People are not looking for large projects, they are looking for large markets.
For our clients, they know us for the quality of service, our tenacity, our resolve to give them the best, our resolve to deploy the best of our resources to give them the best. And they rely so much on that. So in terms of client service, we are highly rated by our clients.
At that time, I didn't know whether they had other customers, but we had a problem and we needed a solution to our problem. So we had a trial run, and the people, my colleagues, were very comfortable with what we saw, and we went ahead and acquired it.
I think if you're talking about new ways of doing things in the IT area, in terms of using IT systems to be able to enhance value for organizations, they have been in the forefront.
I've known PFS for 10 years now or more, and we've worked together in 2 industry-defining projects. The first project we worked together on was on the check truncation system while I was at Main Street Bank. Then most of the processes were manual, but they introduced a solution that automated that process end-to-end, from the branches to the head office and to the clearing house. And that was long before the industry adopted their solution as the platform for the entire ecosystem in the banking industry in Nigeria. They did exceptionally well. The project was on time and within budget, and it delivered exceedingly well because it met all the objectives of the project.
we do have experiences with them when it comes to addressing challenges. I mean, they are one of the most responsive people we have encountered so far. And when it comes to addressing customization, we can also recommend them as very, very reliable.
One major reason why I think PFS should celebrate 25 years is because over the years we have been able to break barriers with our solutions. So for example, the accounts reconciliation solution currently running in commercial banks and other industries such as manufacturing, hospitality industry and so on. We have been able to implement this application successfully, and apart from the fact that users are quite impressed, we are able to configure these applications to each customer's environment.
A few things have helped to sustain PFS for the past 25 years. One of them is professionalism. We always strive to be professional in everything we do. And also, I would say integrity. We deal with our customers with utmost integrity. We tell them the way it is. We don't make promises that we cannot deliver. And where we know there will be reasonable extension, we carry them along ahead of time to manage their expectations.
And so we look at the trend and we are also able to project into the future. Nobody knows the future except God. But we are able to project reasonably into the future and take positions. So a number of times we are a lot further ahead of the reality that people see. And so we have that duty a number of times to help society to come to our levels of wisdom. But that has its own reward too. And that's why we are here.
Structure. Most of the time, a lot of software companies, including the one I'm running now, we're struggling to put structure in place. Most software companies started on a personal basis. You know somebody who knows something, or you are a developer, you have an idea, you want to do it. But most of the time we find it difficult transcending it beyond that personality thing, and you want to build structure so that when you are not there, it can continue to go. I'll give it to PFS. They've been able to do that very well, so there's a good transition, and I don't have any doubt that yes, we'll still celebrate another 25 years.
My advice to them would be to continue to reinvent themselves in the next 25 years, and as such to continue to add to the Nigerian ecosystem values around technology.
In another 10 years, I would imagine Yele will have retired. So I think the issue is around succession. And I know that they've developed a number of guys who can basically take over from them.
I think they should actually lay more emphasis on is to see how they can actually look for people also that are actually coming up, software developers within the country. To be honest, we have good hands in the country. We do not really need anybody from outside to come develop solutions for us in Nigeria.
Best legacy they can leave in this industry and this economy is the people that are coming after them, people that are building up to take over from them. The honest truth is that yes, PFS is well established. But like God told Joshua, when Joshua thought he had done everything, God said there are still more lands to be conquered. There are still more products to come out. And I pray that that PFS will continue to be there in the forefront.
If I were to advise PFS, I'll be saying they need to keep watching the systems that have been in the industry for longer periods than they have.
I see PFS becoming a global brand, a brand to be reckoned with in its area of specialization. I see PFS coming forth strong in delivering value that they have consistently been known for.
It's so good to know that PFS is 25 years.
I wish them the best, and I also believe that they're on the right track. They've been on it for 25 years. They've achieved quite a lot. We thank God for all that they have achieved.
I wish you a happy 25th anniversary.
Happy 25th birthday to PFS.
I want to say congratulations to PFS, especially to the MD, Mr. Ele Kerebi, and his able Lieutenant Philip, and to the entire team of the PFS, I mean the entire team, management, staff, and all the people come across all these many years of working together and partnering together.
And I wish them well as they celebrate their 25th anniversary. And looking into the future, I would expect them to lead the fintech disruptions in the industry and bring some standardization and some level of professionalism like they've always done in this business.